Welcome, fabulous actors. Today, we're going to help you understand what you need to do fast so that you can take your time to get to where brilliance lives.
Before we do that, a quick question. Why do auditions always arrive in the middle of your real life like a raccoon in your kitchen at 2 a.m.? Has that ever
Mhm.
happened to you? You just have to deal with it and you have to deal with it now.
Yeah, but great work takes time, right? You can't rush it.
You can't. When I was a kid and I was rushing through my homework, my grandmother would say to me this old Polish saying, sleep fast, we need the pillows.
Right. So, in other words, some things just can't be rushed. They just take time. And great acting, it's one of those things.
Yeah,
So, this may sound like a contradiction, I know, but understanding really what's needed quickly is what gives you the freedom to take things slowly.
that is right, Donna-Marie. Some things can't be rushed, like my grandmother knew. And some things are only brilliant when they aren't rushed. Auditioning is both. You have almost no time because auditions come right in the middle of your life, as we said, never when you're calm and ready, right in the middle of dinner, right in the middle of work, right in the middle of your family time, right in the middle of you being exhausted and full of self doubt.
Yeah, totally. And here's the paradox. If your entire life is acting, thinking about acting, practicing acting, worrying about acting, you become boring and unhuman. But if your life is full, if it's full of real experiences, real stress, real love, and you don't practice acting or auditions, you're unprepared. So to be good, you can't get away with cutting corners.
And to be great, you need all three. You need a full life, real practice, and a mastery of auditions. And that's hard.
Yeah. And we get why sometimes you think, well, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm just not cut out for this. But you are. You are. You just haven't been taught how your mind actually works.
Hey, I'm Casey, your acting and audition coach. I'm living my dream life coaching actors in a little cabin in the woods with 2 dogs, 3 cats, 100 chickens, and assorted humans.
And I'm Donna-Marie. I'm your mindset and visualization coach here at Screen Acting School. So when I'm not traveling the world, I'm in the big city. I love dance, people watching, and really great coffee. So
True.
listen, neuroscience and our experience tells us that the mind works at three different speeds.
Have you ever had that expression? Have you had that expression, I'm of 3 minds? Well, you are. The first is lightning speed. That's your emergency brain or your instinct. You know how you know before you know how you know? Like that's the part of your mind that sees the car coming towards the child, grabs the child before you even think of it. And it's also the part where when you're walking through the woods and you get the answer to a question that you weren't even thinking of fully formed,
Yeah.
that's part of your mind.
100%. And the second is deliberate thinking, problem solving, analysis, right? So this takes minutes, sometimes hours, nasty little numbers and mean little columns on a page. So just so you know, we were doing accounting all week. So if you didn't know, now you know.
Now you know. And the third is the slow, dreamy, luxurious time. And this is your imagination, your daydreaming, your brilliance. And this is really the key thing that most people miss, not just actors, but most people. Your imagination does not work on fast time. You can't rush your imagination, you can't force it. It arrives when there's space. So deliberate time is great for execution, math, like we said, repetition, and technique. You can get faster at those. Like you got faster at doing puzzles. You used to do those big ones when you were two with the big pieces, and now you can do the little ones. You can do them faster. But imagination, it's always going to need room. And so does lightning time.
Yeah. So I have a question.
Yes.
And the question is, what
Oh,
would your life be like a year from now if you were able to bring brilliance to your auditions? So pop it in the chat. I really want to hear it. What would your life be like a year from now if you were able to bring brilliance to your auditions? I'm going to move over to the chat and see some of these answers. Warren says busier. Yeah. More callback, says Javiera. Fulfilling, says Jackie. Mm-hmm.
I like that. Closer to the big goals. Can we get some real things? Like, what do you think your life would be like? What would the moments be like? A
Ooh,
full-size
that-
trailer on set? Yes.
yeah. I'd be a
Be a
work teacher.
booked and busy on set, more power over what projects I get. Oh, I like that.
Yeah. I would get to work jobs I want and I'd have stability, says Virginia. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. More open, says
More
Stephen. More
open.
bold, says Sophia.
Which Stephen is that?
It's
Hi,
bounced around and I
Stephen.
can't find it.
More open. I like that. When I know how your world feels like it's too full and closed. That's how mine was for the last week when we were doing accounting. I felt like I was going to lose my mind.
Warren says I'd spend my time in the green room instead of the extra tent. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Natalie says feeling way more confident and proud. And I'd be traveling to the city regularly for work that I loved. Beautiful.
Oh, I
Kara
love
said auditions with big casting directors requesting me, union jobs, being on big sets with speaking roles. Mm-hmm.
Carol, you're
And
almost there.
yeah, you're getting there, Kara.
Yeah,
Beth says sitting in the makeup chair with a tea, reading the script. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
absolutely.
And Charmaine, sorry, Casey, to cut you off.
Oh, that's okay.
Charmaine said challenging in a positive way. So traveling to top locations, amazing wardrobe, family fulfilling excursions. Yeah, beautiful. And Marie says overall it would be easier because you're in your flow of doing and moving and um, on to preparing for what's next for you again. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. So listen, you guys, here's the real problem with auditions, okay? You're asked to deliver luxurious brilliance with deliberate thinking on an emergency clock. And that's why people, words. And that's why people panic, right? That's why they overthink. It makes perfect
Yeah.
sense. And that's why the best ideas come after you've sent in your self-tape.
You know that one, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So then the question becomes, when you have very little time, how do you still access luxurious brilliance? And the answer is structure. Structure is what allows you to free your imagination.
That's right. And if you don't have structure, your deliberate brain has to figure everything out from scratch every time. But when the structure is known, your deliberate brain can relax, just peace out. And then something magical happens. Your imagination starts to wander. Ooh. And then your lightning speed brain starts offering you ideas like that, and they arrive fully formed. You don't even know where they came from, they just show up.
Mhm. And that's why inside Audition Plus, we structure everything the same way every single time.
This is true. First, you imagine, Donna-Marie leads you on slow imaginary connection to the senses, and that is where you will start to open and see the story for yourself. Then we connect emotionally. Then we apply it to the structure of the audition so that your instincts can fly. We're going to do a small version of that right now. Every audition has a beginning, middle, and end. In the beginning, the moment before the first moment, you are where you are now. This is where you are. We're in the beginning. In the middle, emotions change, and you discover what must change from the given circumstances. In the end, the moment after, or the last moment, you're different. Things have changed. And we want to know what's going to happen for you next by the way you behave.
Mhm.
Now, Donna-Marie is going to take you on a visualization using your own life and the structure that we just talked about. Is everybody ready?
Yeah, I hope so. So I'm going to ask you all just to gently close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath through your nose, feeling your abdomen expand as you inhale and as you exhale. Relax. Let your shoulders drop. You don't need to hold up the world right now. This time is for you. Another slow, steady breath through your nose. Hold it. And as you exhale, feel your body relax. You're on your couch at home. You get a notice on your phone. You have an audition. You smile, click the link to read it. And as you read it, you feel a wave of emotion wash over you. Note what that is. You realize this is your story. You know this story. So now let's put it into the structure. The moment before, the emotional change, the moment after. You've lived this. The pain, the love, the fear, the moment of courage when you felt changed forever. This character speaks like you. They look like you. And there's a specific moment in the dialogue that's exactly how you've described this moment in your real life. You feel a little pull in your chest, a tingling in your throat, your eyes, your nose. You know this is your moment. When you break the script down, you can see it every single moment. You know where you are, what you want, and what you'll do to get it. You imagine the first moment on screen. You know exactly what will take the casting director's breath away. You see the emotional changes, moment to moment. You know what you want from the other characters. And then, out of nowhere, you know what you'll do in that final moment of the audition that will leave your audience, the casting directors, director, and producers breathless and aching to know what happens next. You know what you'll wear, who you are, and why you're here in this moment. See it all. Take a moment there. Take another slow, deep breath. Whenever you're ready, now what you have to support this audition is the structure of it. If you have the structure, the story just flows. You can play. Not every audition is going to be you, but every audition will have the structure. If you create within the structure and you know it, you can spend your time imagining slowly. Notice how nothing here was rushed. That's imagination doing its real job. We just put structure around it so you can access this state even when the audition drops into your life at the worst possible moment. That's the work. Stay there for a moment now without rushing. You're breaking down the script. See yourself. You know where you are. You know what you want. You know what you'll do to get it. Fabulous. Whenever you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Wonderful. How are you all feeling? I'd love to hear. Beth is saying athletes do it all the time.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I want to address the question actually. Noam's iPhone is saying, will there be teaching techniques that will be taught today or just the meditation? And Beth was saying the mindset and visualization is the lesson. So, Noam, your brain wants to do deliberate thinking. And so, if you miss out on the meditation part of this, the visualization part of this, you're missing out on the magic. You're missing out on the ability to create brilliance. So, the structure we taught you the moment before, the moment after, the emotional change, the character, we taught that within the meditation. But if you go to your logical, thinky, deliberate brain, you miss all that.
Mhm.
So that is the entire purpose of the lesson, is that you can't do the thinky stuff to win. You've got to do the dreamy stuff to win.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely so true, Casey. Jackie says, I was applying this to the Curse to Chosen script and it provided a ton of clarity where the emotional changes come. Yeah, absolutely. Beth says, I felt myself slipping into my prep for my audition that I got this morning. Beautiful, Beth. Yeah, it's so, so powerful. Hmm.
Yeah. And not every audition is going to be you, obviously. But what we wanted you to do was take a given circumstance from your life and imagine it within structure and just slip into the structure.
Hmm.
Every audition has this structure. And when you know it very well, then you can just spend your time auditioning slowly and luxuriously.
Imagining, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's a paradox, right? This structure doesn't limit you, it frees you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So these are speeds of thinking. And in Audition Plus, we train all three speeds. We use the deliberate analysis. That's the part where you thinky it through. Then we use the slow imagination. That's where you visualize it, where you see it. And then the lightning fast instinct that comes from the combination of those two when you're like, oh, I know exactly what to do. So
Hmm.
when an audition drops into your real life, you're not going to panic. You're going to play because you understand the structure and the
Hmm.
way that you think, and you're able to use your own thought processes to be brilliant.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and it creates just brilliant work, right, Casey? So beautiful to see. And listen, if you want to train like this until it's automatic, that's what Audition Plus is for, right? So that when you get those auditions, your brain's already had time to do the deliberate work, right? Learn the structure. So
Yeah.
now you have the time to let your imagination just wander, and you can be brilliant. So stop white knuckling your talent. And listen, as a mindset coach, I have to say, I see so many coaches talking about how you can change your life in a day, do this one thing, and everything's going to change. Here's the truth: you can't. You just can't.
Mhm.
You need to build the structure necessary to achieve the life that you want. So, with Audition Plus, we're not offering you a quick fix.
No.
We're offering what will really get you, what you need to get you to where you want to be. That's what it's about, building the structure so that you have the skills and you have the time to use that imagination to be brilliant. But we are selective about who we coach, as you know. So if you would like to work with us in Audition Plus, we ask you to fill out our written screen test. And I will pop the link in for you right now so you can go ahead and copy and paste it.
Yeah. And when you do fill it out, don't hold back. We want to know who you are. We want to know what your dreams are. We know that oftentimes when people say they want to be an actor, people in their lives will laugh at them. We're not going to do that.
Yeah,
Real for us. We know the power of the dreams and we believe in the power of those dreams.
yeah. You know what? We do want to know you. We promise you we won't laugh at your dream. We believe in actors.
Yeah.
We really, really do. And we see so many of you shine, and it's just beautiful. So Beth is saying, I've popped that link in for you one more time. Beth is saying it's worth it. Be as honest
Oh, thanks.
as possible in the form, even if it feels like it's too vulnerable. Yeah, we need to know where your dream's coming from so that we can help you get there. Absolutely. And Javiera says, Donna-Marie's visualizations always give me so much hope. Oh, Javiera, what a beautiful thing to say. Hope is a beautiful thing to give to the world. So you've made my day. Thank you. Just beautiful. Well, Casey, if you don't have anything else to add, I think I'm going to say that's a wrap for us. And we finished not only on time, but like 2 minutes early. That never happens.
I do want to know if any, Kara's got a question, and I also want to know if anybody needs a little bit more clarification about the lesson, about the three minds. Oh, you know what I did? I made a little handout.
Oh, right. You did
Maybe
make
I'll
it
pop,
that. I forgot.
I did, yeah. So I made an action sheet for you all that will help make this clear for you. So grab this. Thanks. Yay, Casey.
Rosie says, this is my first time here. This was great. So great to have you here, Rosie. And then Jackie laughed at us. Nope, not going to be early.
No, we can't do that. We
It
can't do
would
that.
never happen. Yeah, so go ahead, you guys, grab that action sheet that Casey made to
Yeah.
really clarify everything that we went through today because it is important. Kara says the mindset stuff makes screen acting school stand apart. Oh, thank you, Kara. It's really when you can get the audition technique and the mindset together, it's powerful, right? It's why so many of our actors are so successful. So,
Yeah, and I want to say something like you can get directions for what to do, right? You can get like step-by-step directions for what to do. But when you're using your deliberate mind or when you're just following directions, you're not getting the soul of the character. So the mindset, the emotional connection, the structure, it all works together. And
mhm,
you just simply your your gift is going to be lesser if you're not bringing all of that to the work. So it's not just the mindset, it's the visualization, it's the seeing it, seeing the moments.
mhm,
This is not only specific to making your audition better, but when you're on set and you have to do work on a green screen, you have to be able to see it. So it's extremely practical to be able to do this.
Yeah.
So all of the work that we're doing, we're guiding you, we're helping you, we're supporting you. That's more than just figuring out the structure of the
Mhm.
audition and how
It's
to do
putting
it.
yourself in that world, right? The world of the scene so that you can react to it.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful to watch. I love it. Carrie Ann says, thank you, feeling so grounded and raring to get stuck into my script, visualize to actualize. Absolutely. Mind, heart, and soul, says Javiera. Charmaine says the imagination helps with muscle memory so that in the audition it presents fluency and realism.
So
Absolutely.
true.
Absolutely. And Beth says, imagine what the actors had to do in Jurassic Park when they were getting chased. Yeah, it's
Exactly.
so, so important. Quinn says, thank you. Important lesson today. Much appreciated. You're
Oh,
so
it's a
welcome.
pleasure.
And
Oh,
we
thank
were
you so much.
glad you were here. Yeah. So wonderful. Lori says the methods and techniques you teach are excellent. Thank you. Pop
Oh,
that link again, says Beth. Absolutely, I will, Beth. There you are. There's the link for you guys. Wonderful. Kathy says,
so
thank
welcome,
you.
Kathy.
Yes.
Kathy from over in England. You have a
Mm,
question about the visualization. Okay, go ahead, Kara.
certainly, Kara.
Yeah, so during the visualization, there were lines like, you know where you are. And I wasn't sure if that was supposed to be me or me being like in the character's mind of like, oh, I know where this character is. I can see where this character is. So, or versus, I know why I got this audition. I know where I am in my career and why they sent me the audition. So those were two different thoughts. And I wasn't sure whether I was supposed to be like me or whether I was supposed to be like me in the character's brain.
Great question. So today, Kara, the character was you. So I know it can be, maybe that was a little confusing because generally we work on characters and scripts, but today the character was you. So yeah, so you were right. You were right with the first one.
You right where you are in your room on your couch. That's
hmm
where it was. But it
Yeah,
can be a little bit confusing.
yeah, absolutely. Javier says, thank you so much, Casey and Donna-Marie. You guys are so awesome.
Oh,
Can't
thank
explain
you.
what Audition Plus means to me. You're
Oh,
so
thank
welcome,
you.
Javiera. We feel the same about you. We love having you as part of our community. So
Absolutely.
fantastic. I'm really bad at
Absolutely.
that. Mine never looks like a
Yeah,
heart.
me too. Other people look so cool, but
I think we're the wrong generation.
I think so too.
We didn't
I'm
grow up
glad
with it.
you
We
feel
just look
very
awkward. Oh, too funny. All right, you guys. Well, I'll pop that in for you one more time. It was our pleasure to be here with you today. We will see you all next week. We'll see Audition Plus on Thursday. And
yes.
have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. I think we'll say that's a wrap for us.
That's a wrap for us. We'll see you on screen.